Well, what is up? Thank you for checking in to the Krazy Studios. Of course, I am your host, Kid Krazy. Some of you may know me, some of you don't. Um, some of you are, what's this new channel all about? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you about. So, I decided, after watching a lot of YouTube shows, a lot of people out there telling their stories, sharing their stories, trying to get out of that ring light, that glare. But I just wanted to have my story kind of out there. Kind of want to put out a show. I want to talk about some different topics, some stuff that's not out there, some things from my perspective. So I decided to do this, and I'm calling this my origin story, my first episode. Of course, when I go out, people see me, they are always like, that's a cool shirt. So let's just talk about the shirt I'm wearing right now. For all my WWE fans, you might recognize it. The Bray Wyatt Jim shirt. They actually even had, or those Zubas, I think they made some Zubas for it. Didn't get the Zubas. Might have to check. I think they might be on clearance if they still have them. But yeah, so who am I? You know, I consider myself a student of positivity. I sit here, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I go to a lot of events. I follow people like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk. New guy I've been following is Grant Cardone. John Acuff. I'm actually going through a 90-day course that starts today with John Acuff. I've gone through courses in the past with Grant Cardone. Gone to an event. I was blessed beyond all means to have the opportunity to go to a Tony Robbins event and got to meet him. Cool story about that too. At intermission, I'm coming back from lunch, and there's a guy on stage. And I'm like, wait a second. That guy looks familiar. I think I know that guy. And I'm sitting here, it's like, it can't be. No. But I'm like, that looks... Well, I mean, actually, as I'm outside the building, as I'm going in, I'm like, that sounds like KJ52. Like, it can't be. And I go in and I look, I'm like, that looks like KJ52. So, I break up my phone, I'm like, okay. And I get online, and sure enough, KJ52 is in Portland, Oregon. After the show, after the intermission, I ran up to him, talked to him, got a photo with him. It was kind of funny. I'm like, trying to find somebody to take a photo. He's like, oh man, no, that's fine. I got big enough arms. Put his arm out there, took the selfie. It's on my channels. You can find it. Which, of course, speaking of channels, yes, do follow me, interact with me. If you want to email me, the email is RealKidKrazy@gmail.com, and it's RealKid, and it's crazy with a K, so it's KRAZY. That's also how you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and the Book of Faces. It's all Real Kid Crazy. So do send me a like there. If there's something you want me to cover, if you have questions, you want to know something, hit me up on those channels or on the email. Also, I have an address down below. If you want to send something, you want to write me something, also feel free to do that. So, student of positivity. I try to, you got to look for joy. Joy's not going to find you. I mean, if you do nothing, you're going to find depression. So you do have to search. It's a quest for positivity. That's another YouTuber that I follow, Justin Scar, talks about the quest for positivity. Actually got a little armband about that, the quest for positivity. Other things I've done, and it's funny because people will know me, and they'll know me for a while, but they never really know all of me, and I'll get called up on it, and like, hey, I didn't know you were a ghost hunter. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess it just never came up. But yeah, so I am a paranormal investigator. I've been on many cases. I've visited some of the most haunted places in the United States, as well as Canada. Yeah, I'm an international ghost hunter. What do you know? Although it's just Victoria Island. in British Columbia that I've done investigations at. But yeah, I've been to the Queen Mary, Stanley Hotel, Louisville, Kentucky. I went to Waverly Hills. It was funny, while I was in Louisville, me and some friends decided to go to the cemetery where Colonel Sanders was buried. And I kept just getting a feeling, getting pulled to the person buried next to him. And I don't know why. It was just, there was something that was kind of drawing me in there. Found out later that it's a magician, and supposedly his gravesite is haunted as well. Didn't know it at the time, but kind of funny. I was getting that feeling. I'm not psychic. I don't claim to be. I do get that feeling sometimes. And it's paid off. You know, I don't know. As I said, it's not psychic, but you're driving down the freeway and you kind of feel like that person next to you on the road is looking at you, and you look, and sure enough, they are. I think we all have that sensory, the spidey sense. So that's what I call it. It's kind of like a spidey sense. I'm also, don't think I have that nearby, but I am also a karaoke rocker. And you may not have known that I can rock the karaoke mic, but Bo does. One of those funny things, and I think I'll keep that in there. As I grabbed it, it was stuck to a Bo Jackson card. So, yes, I am a karaoke superstar. It's just one of my passions. That's actually where the name Kid Krazy comes from. And I'm sure you're sitting there like, yeah, I want to know more. Why are you Kid Krazy? Tell me, where did that name come from? And that will be on tomorrow's episode. Little teaser there. I'm a movie buff. I enjoy movies. Music buff. I mean, music's life. I love that. I'm an 80s kid. What? Oh. My buddy Gordon Shumley. Remember? Gordon Shumley. Most people just know him as Alf, but his real name was Gordon Shumley. He just wanted to come by and say hi. I think we'll keep him up here and he can join us. But yeah, love all things 80s. I mean, it's my generation. It's the greatest generation out there. And don't believe the liars. The 80s was not 40 years ago. No. It was 80s was like what? I mean, 20 years ago. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. We're not that old, trust me. So let's just start with some questions. You know, you're watching me. I'm out here rambling. But actually, I'm gonna kind of rewind there a little bit. Yes. I'm planning on doing a new episode every day. Why not? I've got a little time on my hands. You know, there's a little pandemic going on. There's not enough goodness out there. So I want to be able to come on here, entertain you guys, tell you some jokes. Hopefully you'll laugh. Hopefully you find me funny. Maybe I can just at least distract you from the world for a little bit. But so my schedule of what we're going to be doing here, probably starting, you know, realistically, we'll start this Sunday. Well, I guess technically I'm starting it tomorrow. But, so Sundays will be Sports Sunday. You know, we'll be talking about some sports, since it's the big thing going around right now. We'll be talking about a little dun 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 dun, little NFL. But, you know, we'll talk other sports too. We'll be throwing some wrestling here and there too. Monday, as I said, world can be depressing. You know, if we just kind of sit there and let things go by and just happen, we've got to make time for good news. So we're going to do some Good News Monday. Tuesdays will be Paranormal Tuesdays. I'll tell you about one of the paranormal events, paranormal stories. If you guys have questions, you know, we can answer those on Tuesday. But yeah, it'll be Paranormal Tuesday. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Wednesday is Healthy Wednesday. I did a bit a while back, and I know a lot of people liked it, and it was just my health update. Like, what am I doing? What actions am I seeing? What are some non-scale victories that I'm having? Like, unlike this light thing. I think if I just kind of keep my head down a little bit. No, I don't know. Please apologize for that light. We'll figure that out. One of the things I do is a little thing called DDPY. DDP yoga. It ain't your mama's yoga. So, maybe I'll put in some stories from, actually, what we'll do this coming Wednesday is I'll tell you my origin story with DDP yoga, or more really, DDP, how I first met Diamond Dallas Page. So be sure to tune in Wednesday for that. Thursday's just going to be TV Thursday. There's a lot of shows I follow, probably more than I should. I've got some guilty pleasures, and I'm sure some of you guys out there do too. So I'll put a recap, what I thought of the shows. I'll probably do more of a breakdown on that one. So, like, I'll have a video just about one of my guilty pleasures. Oh, yeah, we'll do Survivor. Who did the tribes speak to? Who's voted off? What do I think of the episode? Or my opinions. Another show, this is kind of more of a guilty pleasure, is the Challenge, MTV, Road Rules versus Real World. They've gone through a couple different variants of that. But, a lot of these shows kind of fall on Wednesdays, so I figured Thursday's a good day. So I can watch the episodes and just throw up a little review. Maybe we'll do some movies in there too. New movies that came out on DVD or something like that I watched. So that will be our Thursday. And Friday, I'm going to do something called Mercari Friday. A lot of people will have like Patreons, different things they do to kind of fund this. And, I don't just want people... it'd be great if you're liking these videos to send me something, but I don't want just money. I guess I do, but... honestly, right now I'm trying to really just kind of build this and focus on this. And I've set up a Mercari site, and I've already been running that for a while now. If you don't know about it, I'll have a link down below. There's actually a promo, and I want to say for new people that sign up, you get $10 free, just right off the bat for a purchase. And then if you sell something on there within so many days, you get a bigger bonus. So do check it out, but it's a site where I can sell stuff. For instance, something I recently picked up, and I've got like subscriptions to like Bambox. I've got all sorts of memorabilia, props, photos, stuff like that that I'm selling that's on there. There's collectibles, there's action figures, plushes, salt and pepper shakers, like real collectible stuff. I've got like stuff from like Wizard of Oz, Disney, all sorts of stuff. So I will have that link down below to my channel on Mercari, or my website. And so do check that out. If there's something that you like, I'd appreciate your business. So one of the items, this may find its way on there. It's not on there right now. Oh, wait a second. What? There's a scribble there. Ooh, is that? Yes, that is. Supposedly, that is Conan O'Brien's signature. We do need to get that verified. It's one of those ones where it's like I was told it was, but sometimes buyer beware. So we're going to get that thing authenticated, make sure that is. But we do have stuff like that on there. I actually have right now a Rob Schneider from Deuce Bigalow print, signed by Rob Schneider. It's from the scene where he was dressed up as a baby, authenticated by Beckett. And there's quite a few different signatures. I can't think of everybody on there right now, but a lot of this is stuff I've acquired through BAM Box, and some other things. So do check that out. There's a ton of cool collectibles, tons of plushes, coffee mugs, all sorts of stuff on there. That's one of the things I did pick up from Gary Vaynerchuk, kind of the flipping process. Sometimes I'll go out there and I'll visit some garage sales, find some really cool things that we're putting out there. I do try to price them based off what I'm seeing them sell for. Sometimes it's not always the best information. Also too, if you guys see something, maybe you think it's overpriced. As I said, I do try my best with that. But, if you do want a deal, ask me. I'd be more than willing to consider offers. But check that out. Again, that information will be down below. And I haven't fully figured out how we're going to do this. But again, there's tons of stories, tons of other things. We're going to do Karaoke Saturday. Talking about some of the different karaoke stuff going around town. Don't think that's really right. But we're talking about some different things karaoke. Maybe we'll make it more of a local Oregonian thing. Talk about stuff happening in Oregon as well. This is all just a work in progress, so bear with me, bear with me. It's a Bare Naked Ladies song. Again, fitting into the karaoke. So, some other stuff, just so you know a little bit more about me, some stuff that we might get in here, or who I am. Favorite shows. So, some of my favorite all-time television shows. Well, It's Alright 'Cause I'm Saved by the Bell. I mean, come on. That was, America's first reality television. I mean, yeah. The Bayside Crew, reality television at its finest. One of my favorite shows. Another one I really liked. I think I started saying liked and changed it to love. Lived. Psych. Actually, kind of a funny word. Liked, lived. I have done a few trips up to where they filmed Psych, and again, I got photos out there where I visited Harry Spencer's house. I visited the Psych office. Tons of stuff. So, again, if you're interested in seeing some of these cool photos, stuff like that, check out my Facebook. I know they're all on there. Another show I really loved is Mythbusters. I mean, who didn't love that show? I wasn't a science person, and I'm not big into sci-fi, but Mythbusters, I love that show. Some of my favorite current television shows going on. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, The Challenge, Survivor, A Million Little Things. Definitely one of my favorite shows. And, of course, stars James Rodriguez from Psych and The Amazing Race. It's kind of switched all to almost reality television there. Favorite movies. Of course, again, I'm an 80s kid. There's no movie like, bum, bum. I'm going to be able to do the music. But you got to get me back in time. Back to the Future. I feel this one's not probably as widely known. I don't even know how I got into this movie. Onto the movie. Not onto it, but just like watching it. Taking Care of Business. It's this movie with Jim Belushi. He's a big, die-hard baseball fan. Was it for the Indians? I don't quite remember the baseball team. But he ends up winning World Series tickets. There's only one problem. He's in prison. How's he going to be able to go to the game if he's in prison? He is getting released on, let's just say, Thursday. But the game is on Wednesday. He begs, he pleads with the warden, who actually I think is a guy from Pretty Woman, the guy that was nice to the hotel employee that was nice to Julia Roberts, Hector or something. Pretty sure it's actually him. But he begs and pleads the warden to let him out, and he says no. And he says something like, "Don't be an a-hole." And he's like, "What did you say?" And he's like, "Don't just take away his television privilege, take away everybody's television privilege. So now nobody in prison can watch the World Series. Will he be able to go to the game? Will the prisoners kill him for taking away their ability to watch the game, let alone go to it? Like, he wanted to go to the game. Now nobody can even watch the game. What happens? Watch the movie. It's also got the dad from Beethoven in it. James Gordon? I'm not sure. But yeah, I remember him from Beethoven. Really good movie. Princess Bride. Again, since I'm an 80s kid. Ghostbusters. And you know, I just had another one. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was now. I'm trying to look around to see if I see something that reminds me of it. But yeah, that's just kind of an introductory of who I am, what I plan to do here. I hope you guys enjoy it. Follow me on this journey. Let's have some fun. If you do enjoy it, if you have questions, comments, anything like that, hit me up. RealKidKrazy, Krazy with a K. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all under that handle. And of course, you can email me at gmail.com. The address will be down below. And that is all I have for you guys today. Be sure to like the video, share the video. You know, it does get more people aware of what we're going to be doing here. And I just want to thank you for coming along on this ride. Stay crazy, my friends. I'll be back here tomorrow.